Alex. You can call him Alex. So this is the court. This leads you down to the court underground. And a lot of people don't know that you can build bases down in some of these tunnels. And what you can tell, the way you know you can build the base is you'll see these little wood planks on either side. And that's saying that this is a building plot.
That
It's
is very
safe from
interesting.
it's safe from any sort of air raids. It's nice underground. You don't have to use as many resources to seal your base off. But this is going to be the court that we have. So in here, we got a little chest in here. You grab bone armor and 1 club, and then you grab 2 knives. So feel free to grab them out of there if you want to grab those.
Okay,
If
one
you wanted to
second.
play a little bit at least.
I admit to not being prepared and my inventory overly cumbersome at the moment. Let me see here.
You're fine if you want to put some stuff in that chest. This is only used for knifey stuff.
What do I want to put in here? We'll put that. 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 So I have to get a club and 2 knives, correct?
What was that?
So I have to get a club and 2 knives, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So generally this game is played in the fashion of to the death. Each player wears the bone armor so that they're on equal footing. Let's go back in the courtroom real quick. So up top here, I actually have some fire pits you can turn on for extra light so that we don't have to waste fuel.
Ah, okay. Oh, I like the
So
ambiance.
the way the game works, yeah, it's kind of nice. I just hope that nobody gets a thing stuck up there. But the way the game works is if you're in the, you can only go in your own stone zone. You cannot cross into somebody else's stone. If, for example, a knife were to end up right here, in the woods area, this is free game. Anyone can come in here. And you can only melee with the club. So you throw the knives, melee with the club, and it's a fight to the death. So then you just kind of just dodge side to side. You can move forward into this zone if you wanted to get a really easy knife throw, but you can also be meleeed at this point, so there's some downside to it.
So from this range, you can only
The
try to
reason-
throw the knife, but you can do melee if you move into the wood area.
Yeah, just because you can't go into somebody else's, so if you're standing in your stone, it's not legal for me to hit you while you're in your stone. That's a bad move. The only way I can hit you is if it's with a ranged weapon. So if I was right here and you're in your stone, I can still throw my knife, but you can hit me if I'm in the wood with a melee weapon, even if you're in your stone. So you could just start beating me right now.
So a player that is in the stone area cannot hit another player with a melee weapon if they are in their stone area. Otherwise, then it would be considered a foul.
Well, so for example, yeah, so you couldn't hit me in my stone area. So otherwise that'd be a foul. So if you were to hit me right now, that would be a foul, but I could legally hit you.
Right. And then are there a certain number of fouls allowed per match?
It kind of depends. Most of the time when we decide that somebody has enough fouls, we just shoot them in the face. It kind of depends on what our personal limits are. We haven't fully fleshed out the full game yet, but
That's a very interesting game. Let's say we play just like a little friendly round here for the new stream
all
here.
right. And Yeah, no problem. And the big thing that we want to do at some point is I do want to make it so that the stone goes too deep and that there's a too wide wood zone in the middle up above ground. The main reason why I kind of want to keep it small still, though, is because knives are kind of hard to throw at long distances. So if somebody just sits back in the corner, it might be hard to hit them.
And
But yeah, let me know when you're ready.
and just for the audience again, what is the name of this game?
It's called Knifey, Knifey, Pokey, Pokey.
Knife, knifey, pokey, pokey. So here we are, WPNG fans and watchers and listeners. We are about to play a friendly game of knifey, pokey, pokey here with Midal on his court. Ooh, good.
Let me know before I kill you.
It seems you're way better at this than I am, Midal. I think I've had a little enough. I seem to have suffered a
All right.
I seem to have suffered a concussion. That is a very interesting game, Midal, and that was a lot of fun. I think that this is a game that could really catch on with the Wanderers.
I believe so as well. If you want, you can feel free to take your stuff back out and put all your supplies back in here. It's a pretty cheap game too, and you can also use the court for dodge rock, and it serves the same purpose. The main reason why we chose knives over rocks as well are rocks are really heavy to kind of throw. Knives you can actually, it takes some skill to get better with them, but they do have some speed when they're flying through the air, and so you can't actually aim it, rather than with the rocks, they kind of are just lobs that are kind of luck if you hit.
It seems like you really have this